Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. So today I solved the questions based on maxima and minimum. Okay, so note it. So that the height of closed cylinder of given surface area. So that the height of closed cylinder of given surface area and maximum volume is equal to the diameter of its base. Is equal to the diameter of its base. Okay, so uh, here you have a cylinder, and suppose the radius and height of this cylinder is R and H. Okay, so here you assume that let R and H be the radius and height of cylinder, and this cylinder is closed. Understand? And also, what is given? The surface area of this cylinder is given. So you assume like that. Let R and H be the radius and height of cylinder of given surface area. Of given surface area. Understand? So that be given. So if the surface area is given, means that surface area is taken as constant. So you can write S is equal to 2 pi R H plus 2 pi R square. 2 pi R H plus 2 pi R square. So from this expression, you find the value of H. So if you find the value of H, so that be equal to S minus 2 pi R square upon 2 pi R is equal to H. That is your first equation. So this is your first equation. Understand? So first of all, here you assume R and H be the radius and height of your given cylinder, and its surface area is given, and in this way here you are getting the value of H. Now which quantity is to be maximized? Here volume is to be maximized. Then you trying to prove that its height is equal to diameter of base. Okay, so right, so volume is equal to pi R square H. Now putting the value of H from first equation, so you have 5 pi R square into S minus 2 pi R square divided by 2 pi R. So pi and pi is cancel out, 1 power of R is cancel out, and here you have 1 upon 2 into SR minus 2 pi R cube. So that gives the value of volume of cylinder, closed cylinder. Now you're trying to, that is taking its differentiation and means first derivative and second derivative, check its sign, means applying all that method here. Okay, so what you do in that case means dV by dr. dV by dr is equal to 1 upon 2 into S minus 6 pi r square. 6 pi r square. So dV by dr is equal to 0 implies S is equal to 6 pi r square, or you have r is equal to within root S upon 6 pi. S upon 6 pi. So that gives the value of R. And that is your important point. So enclose that uh, within rectangle. Now you take its second derivative. So if you are taking its second derivative, so that can be written d2v upon dr2 is equal to 1 upon 2. And for S here you have 0 and here you have minus 12 pi r. Okay. So you find its second derivative at the given point of r. So r is equal to under root S upon 6 pi. So that is equal to minus 6 pi into under root s upon 6 pi, which is less than 0. So here you see that the second derivative is less than 0, means negative, and it shows that v is maximum. Hence v is maximum for r is equal to under root s upon 6 pi. So for that value of r, here you see that your volume becomes maximum. Now, here you have to find the relation in between h and r. So what you do, with the help of that, you can find the value of s. So here s is equal to 6 pi r square, no doubt. Now putting that value of s in equation first, you have the relation in between r and s. So write it in first. So s, so write here 6 pi r square minus 2 pi r square and whole divided by 2 pi r is equal to h. And simplifying it, so you have 4 pi r square upon 2 pi r is equal to h. So pi and pi is cancel out, 1 power of r is cancel out, and here you have 2r. So here you have your result, h is equal to 2r. This proves your result. So here the height of a cylinder is equal to diameter of base. Means if h is equal to 2r, so its volume is maximum if the surface area of cylinder is given. So this proves your result. Clear, everyone? So here you see that in most of the question, you applying here the same method, taking first derivative, make it equal to 0, and then you check the sign of second derivative. If it is negative, so you have maximum point, and if it is positive, so you have minimum point. Understand? And accordingly, you are getting your result. Now, you have other question which was asked in 2011 and 14. So write it. बेटा हो गया सबका यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So right. So that the semi-vertical angle, of a cone of maximum volume, and given slant height is tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 by root 3. Tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 by root 3. So this is your question. Now, just see what is given in your question.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please repeat the question.
Okay, so that the semi-vertical angle, of a cone of maximum volume, and given slant height is tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 upon root 3. Cos inverse 1 by root 3. Okay, so here you have a cone. Radius is r. Here you have height, and L is its slant height, which is given. And suppose alpha is the semi-vertical angle of this cone. Alpha is the semi-vertical angle of this cone. So first you assume here, let R and H be the radius and height of cone, radius and height of cone of given slant height. Slant height L. So here slant height is given. So what does it mean? If the slant height is given, means L is taken as constant. So here you have your relation L square is equal to R square plus H square. So that is your first equation. That is your first equation. Okay. Now, which quantity is to be maximized here? Yes, volume is maximized. So you write the formula for volume of cone. V is equal to 1 upon 3 pi R square H. Pi R square H. Understand? Now putting the value of R square from first equation. So you have 1 upon 3 pi L square minus H square into H. So that is also equal to 1 upon 3 pi into L square H minus H cube. So that gives the value of volume. And here L is taken as constant and H is variable. So you differentiate here with respect to H. So dV by dH is equal to 1 upon 3 pi into L square minus 3H square. 3H square. So dV by dH is equal to 0 implies L square is equal to 3H square or H is equal to L by root 3. H is equal to L by root 3. So here you have H is equal to L by root 3. Now taking its second derivative. So d2V upon dH2 and is equal to 1 upon 3 pi, and here you have minus 6H. Minus 6H, okay, and is also equal to minus 2 pi H. Now, second derivative at the given value of H, H is equal to L by root 3. So here you have minus 2 pi into L by root 3, which is less than 0. So here you see that its second derivative is negative. So V is maximum for H is equal to L by root 3. L by root 3. Okay. So here you prove your first part. Oh yes, for that value of H, volume becomes maximum. Understand? Now, here you have to form a relation for this semi-vertical angle. Means you have to find the value of semi-vertical angle. So if you see this triangle here, so just see in figure. So if you see here, so the value of tan alpha, this angle is 90 degree. So tan is what? Perpendicular upon base. Understand? So R by H means if you are getting the relation in between R and H, yes, you have the value of tan alpha. Understand? And if the value of tan alpha is known, no doubt you can very easily find the value of cos also. But and if you want to find the value of semi-vertical angle in terms of cos, so if you apply here base upon hypotenuse, so H by L is cos. So you use it here. So H is equal to L cos L upon root 3, or you can write H upon L is equal to H upon L is equal to 1 by root 3. And if you're seeing this figure, so here you have cos alpha. Cos alpha is equal to 1 by root 3, or alpha is equal to cos inverse 1 by root 3. Cos inverse 1 by root 3. So in this way, here you prove that yes, the semi-vertical angle is cos inverse 1 by root 3. Understand? Now here you have two methods. So if the value of cos alpha is 1 by root 3, so with the help of triangle, you can very easily, that is, find the result in terms of tan also. So use it. So here you have a triangle. So base is 1 and your hypotenuse is root 3. So what about this perpendicular? So you have under root 3 minus 1, which is root 2. Which is root 2, and this angle is alpha. Understand? So here tan alpha is equal to perpendicular upon base means root 2. So alpha is equal to tan inverse root 2. So in this way, here you prove that the semi-vertical angle is either alpha is equal to tan inverse root 2 or cos inverse 1 by root 3 when its volume is maximum. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Now you write next question. Means similar type of questions are given here. Okay, so in this question here you see that your slant height is given yes, sometimes slant height is given, sometimes surface area is given, and sometimes its volume is given. So just you trying to solve next question. Yes, write it. So that the semi-vertical angle of a right circular cone, semi-vertical angle of right circular cone of given surface area and maximum volume is sine inverse 1 upon 3. It's sine inverse 1 upon 3. So this is your question. And just I told you in previous lecture also, if the surface area of this cone is given, so here you have to use its total surface area, not a curved surface area. Okay, so just sorry, you have the same figure which we used here. Okay. So just you that is make a cone here, and yes, in the same way, here you assume let R and H be the radius and height of cone, and suppose here you have L, which is slant height of this cone, and here you assume that let R and H be the radius and height of cone of given surface area. You write here given surface area. Understand? So if the surface area of this cone is given, understand? So you can very easily find that. So right, hence surface area S is equal to pi RL plus pi R square. Pi RL plus pi R square. Understand? Now putting its value, S is equal to pi R under root R square plus H square plus pi R square. Plus pi R square. You can write in this way. Understand? And here you have to maximize its volume. And the formula for volume is, that means 1 upon 3 pi R square H. So here you have the terms of R and H also. So it'd be easy to getting the value of H square from this expression. Okay. So what you do, here you write in this way, S minus pi R square is equal to pi R under root R square plus H square. You write in this way, now squaring both sides. So you have S square plus pi square R to the power 4, pi square R to the power 4 minus 2 pi S R square is equal to pi square R square into R square plus H square. Okay, and is also equal to pi square R to the power 4 plus pi square R square H square. So that we cancel out. So here it will cancel out. So you have S square minus 2 pi S R square divided by pi square R square is equal to H square. That is your first equation. So in this way here you are getting your first equation. Everyone I think up to this step you have no any problem.
Yes.
Okay, beta. Now you find the value of volume. So the volume of cone V is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square h. And here you are getting the value of h square. So what you do? Yes, squaring both sides. So V square is equal to 1 upon 9 pi square r to the power 4 into h square. Now putting the value of h square from first equation. So here you have 1 upon 9 pi square r to the power 4 into s square minus 2 pi s r square divided by pi square r square. So here you use first equation and just simplifying. So pi square is cancelled out. And here you have r square, and this side here you have r to the power 4. So that we also cancel. So 1 upon 9 into s square r square minus 2 pi s r to the power 4. So that gives the value of v square. Now you taking its first derivative. Means complete v square is taken just like a function. So you take its first derivative, you take its second derivative. Understand? Means no need to differentiate v square with respect to r. No, only you have to take its first derivative. Okay, so applying. So if you are taking its first derivative, so you write dv square by dr. dv square by dr is equal to 1 upon 9. Here you have 1 upon 9 into, yes, differentiate it. So 2s square r. 2s square r minus, here you have 8 pi s r cube. 8 pi s r cube. So that gives the value of its second derivative, or sorry, first derivative. Now you make it equal to 0. So dv square by dr is equal to 0 implies 2s square r is equal to 8 pi s r cube. So as s is not equal to 0, means surface area of cone is not equal to 0, so s and s is cancelled out from both sides. In the same way, that means this r is also not equal to 0, so that we also cancel out, and here you have 4. So overall, you have your value s is equal to 4 pi r square. S is equal to 4 pi r square. That is your result. Now, after that, what you do? You have to take its second derivative. So, write its second derivative. So, d2v square upon dr2. So, if you're taking its second derivative, here you have 1 upon 9 into 2s square, and this side here you have 24 pi s r cube, right? Minus 24 pi s r square. Any doubt? Yes, write it.
No, sir.
Now putting the value of, actually here you have to put the value of r square. So your value of r square is s upon 4 pi. Means here your second derivative is expressed not in a form of variable. You have to express that in a form of constant, and then you have to check its sign. Okay, so ये सारी चीज आपको ध्यान में रखना है बेटे. So d2v by, sorry, v square is there. d2v square by dr2 at r square is equal to s upon 4 pi. Yeah. So for that value, here you have 1 upon 9 2s square minus 24 pi into s upon 4 pi. So if you have here 24 pi and here you have s upon 4 pi, so pi s, 1s is also there. Okay, so overall here you see that here you have minus 8 and this side here you have 2s square. So that quantity is less than 0. That be less than 0. Here you check its sign. So you can say that, so v square or v is maximum for S is equal to 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. So in this way, here you have your result. Means here you proved your first part. You for that value of S or R, your volume becomes maximum. Now you have to find the relation in between. That means means you have to find the value of semi-vertical angle. So just you see your figure, and your semi-vertical angle is to be obtained in terms of sine. So if you applying here sine alpha, so which is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, means R and L. है ना? So here you have to applying the result for semi-vertical angle, means alpha, means you have to find the relation in between R and L. Okay, so what you do, how you are getting the relation in terms of R and L. So here you have your result. Just see this one. So S is equal to pi RL plus pi R square. Okay, so you putting the value of this S here, not in this way. Means first equation you can put it in first equation also, but here you have already a terms of L, so that be more easy for you. Okay, so suppose just I take it this equation as first equation. Okay, so write it. So first implies here you have S, and your S value of S is 4R square. So that is equal to 4R square, no problem for that. And here is equal to pi RL and plus pi R square, plus pi R square. So that is equal to 3 pi R square is equal to pi RL. So pi and pi is cancelled out, 1 power of R is cancelled out, and here you have R upon L is equal to 1 by 3. R upon L is equal to 1 upon 3. Just see. And with the help of triangle, you see that the value of R upon L is equal to sine alpha. So sine alpha is equal to 1 by 3. So alpha is equal to sine inverse 1 by 3. So that is your result. Note it. That is your result. Any doubt, beta?
No, sir.
So note it, hurry up, and your next question is very important question, because that was asked in 2008, 2010 compart, 2012, 13, 14, 16. Hai. So that is very important question. So note that quickly, then I speak to you with next question. हो गया बेटा सबका?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right. So that the volume of largest cone, that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R, that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R is 8 upon 27 of the volume of sphere. So that is your question. Means a cone is inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R. Okay, so you have to prove that the volume of cone, means maximum volume of cone, is equal to 8 upon 27 times the volume of a sphere. Okay, so just see your figure here. So listen, here you have a sphere of radius capital R, and a cone is inscribed. Suppose here you have a cone which is inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R. So that will be the center of this sphere. So no doubt, if you are naming them, suppose here you have A, B, and this part is C. So OA distance is capital R, and in the same way, OB distance is also capital R. Okay, and here you assume let R be the radius of cone, inscribed cone, small r, and capital H be the, sorry, small h be the, that means height of inscribed cone. Okay, so in this way, here you assume. Okay, so just see here. Here you suppose let R and H be the radius and height of cone inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R. Of radius capital R. Okay. So if you assume like that, so just see here. Here you have R, here you have capital R, and this term is also capital R, and the height, total height R AC. AC is the height of cone, that means small h. So what about OC? So OC can be written as H minus capital R. OC is H minus capital R. So in triangle BOC, you can very easily apply Pythagoras theorem. So in this way, here you have the relation in between small r and small h, because capital R is taken as constant. Okay, so right, in triangle BOC, so here you have H minus capital R whole square plus R square is equal to R square. You can write in this way, and H square plus R square minus 2 capital R H plus R square is equal to R square. So R square is cancelled off. And here you have a relation like that, H square minus 2 capital R H plus R square is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Means here you see that you have that means quadratic equation type, no? Not quadratic equation, but that may not be solved here. Okay, so here you have a relation in between is capital H and small h and capital H. So suppose that we take an as first equation. Now here you have to maximize the volume of cone. So right, so volume of cone V is equal to 1 upon 3 pi R square H. You can write in this way. Now putting the value of R square from first equation, so you have 1 upon 3 pi, and R square can be written as 2 capital R H minus H square into H. Yes, here you use your first equation. Here you use first equation. Understand? Now that can be written 1 upon 3 pi 2R H square minus H cube, and is your second equation. So in this way, here you see that here you obtained the volume of cone in terms of single variable, means H. Now differentiate it. So dV by dH. dV by dH is equal to 1 upon 3 pi. Here you have 4RH, capital R is taken as constant, minus H square, 3H square, minus 3H square. Okay, so dV by dH is equal to 0 implies 4RH minus is equal to 3H square. So H is cancelled out because H can never be 0. So here you have the value of H is equal to 4 capital R upon 3. 4R by 3 is the height of cone. means sometimes that result is also required. Okay, so h is equal to 4r by 3. Now take its second derivative, d2v upon dh2. So if you're taking its second derivative, so you have 1 upon 3 pi into 4r minus 6h. So d2v upon dh2 at h is equal to 4r by 3 is equal to 1 upon 3 pi 4r minus 6 into 4r by 3. And 3 to the 6. And here you have minus times. Means again here you have negative value. So you write that be less than 0. That be less than 0. You write in this way. And if your volume is negative, means second derivative is negative. So you have, hence V is maximum for h is equal to 4r by 3. Okay, so what you do here, you have to find the maximum volume of cone. So putting that value of h in second equation, putting that value of h in second equation, and you're trying to find the value of maximum volume of cone. So second implies V max is equal to, yes, all you noted up to this last step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. So, time bhi khatam hone ja raha hai. So, if the time is over, you can very easily, that means getting your result. Here you have second equation, putting h is equal to 4r by 3 in second equation, okay, and simplifying it, this second equation, okay. So, in this way, you have the volume of a sphere also, means 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So, in place of 4 upon 3 pi r cube, you write there volume of a sphere. So no doubt you have a factor of 8 upon 7, 8 upon 27, and this give you a result. Okay, so abhi main kar raha hu isko solve. 1 upon 3 pi, and here you have 2r into h square. So write 16r square upon 9 minus h cube. So you have 64r cube upon 27. Now taking LCM, so 1 upon 3 pi, here your LCM is 27. So 9 3 jar. So here you have 96 r cube minus 64 r cube. Okay, and simplifying it, so 1 upon 3 pi, and here you have 27. Just subtract it. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and here you have 32. R cube. Okay, so just to make it means 4 pi r cube, na. So 1